What is going on, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today in After Hours, Aurora Cannabis reported their Q2 earnings report. And so far, the reception is a bit mixed. I guess it's safe to say that there's a little bit of bad news and a whole lot of good news. Now, the one thing I did worry about was the stock getting sold off really hard on any kind of negativity, and guys, that did not happen. So Aurora actually traded up into after hours about 2 to 3%. Of course, the entire MJ market did sell off pretty strongly today. But anyways, let's jump over and kind of tackle the bad news first. So Aurora disclosed losses of $237 million on net revenue of $54 million after reporting a profit of $7.7 million on sales, okay? So Aurora has taken some big losses. Now, when you look at this from a traditional sense and you want to compare, a marijuana company to a consumer products company or a tech company or an automotive company, they're really not getting graded on the same scale, okay? These losses are understandable because we are still so early in the stages of legalization. But the pressure is on Aurora to become more efficient and to try to boost profit margins from here, because this is a pretty big noticeable loss. But like I said, guys, don't misunderstand me. This is very understandable, and that is why you did not see a big sell-off in the stock after hours. Now here's where things get a little bit more exciting. So Aurora Cannabis reported a better than expected quarterly revenue on Monday as the company benefited from higher sales after Canada legalized the use of recreational cannabis in October. So there's a couple key things, guys, I want to touch on here. Okay, the company's sales in Canadian consumer market was $21.6 million in the second quarter, accounting for about 20% of all consumer sales in the country. They definitely have some market share and some market dominance there because there is so much competition. It goes on to say that marijuana sales in the reported quarter rose to 6,999 kilograms from 1,162. So a massive boost in marijuana sales there. Their net revenue rose to $54.2 million, and that beat the estimate of $51.84 million. So they actually outsold what analysts were expecting here. I just wanted to point this out. Their revenue growth was up 387% year over year, okay? Now, this to me is probably the most impressive thing I've stumbled upon, is that their earnings claim that it sold about a fifth of all of Canada's legal pot in opening quarter. That is something we just touched on in the opening article, but it was really seeing that headline and reading that that really made me register, how impressive of a quarter this really was, guys. Now, obviously, you are also going to hear about the losses they took and how they need to boost profit margins and become more efficient. But I'm looking at this earnings report as a big win. I remain very, very bullish on Aurora Cannabis, and hopefully we can see a pop in the stock tomorrow. And the real big takeaway here, guys, is that their revenue numbers beat expectations, okay? So all in all, this was a very good earnings report for Aurora, and I'm really excited to see what they do next quarter, okay? And then, guys, I also just want to mention this briefly too before we log off here. Tilray is expected to report earnings tomorrow, and Canopy Growth is expected to report earnings on Thursday, okay? So those are also two big earnings reports that I will be watching closely. So if you were invested in either one of these companies, make sure you are on the lookout. But anyways, guys, like I said, good quarter for Aurora. Revenue numbers beat expectations. You can't ask for much more than that. I'm pleased with it. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and have a great day.